So, last session we had power shows, this session none of them have stayed. And we even had a bit for that steam tank. And we're getting a nice healthy backlog. It's 41,000 buckets. Still only about 1% of the steam it can actually handle. So in theory, if this tank ever fills up, we could probably finish the rest of the series just on this tank, and without that. Also, we did find out one very useful thing. Heavy aluminium wire can connect to these engineering things. It's not just the immersive wires. And these are much better at getting the power out. So because everything's full, this is backlogged as well. So we have heavy aluminium wire that takes outputs into all of them. But this session, the frame rate is still atrocious. I don't know what it is that's caused it. I think it's either the compressor in the back there, which doesn't seem to be the case considering that we're getting 18 now just looking in that direction, or possibly all the weatherproof blocks, which it shouldn't be because they're static blocks, they don't have animated textures, and animated terrain's disabled in this anyway. So I just don't know what, or maybe something of the Bonsai, is it you? Are you the hassle? It doesn't look like it. No, you've got the image still, so yeah, it's not a case of flashing an image. It's 16, 14, 11, 12, 12, 11, 14, 13, 15, 14. This must just be where it's going to sit forever now. So really I should try and get this series ended as soon as possible. I don't think we did anything new for you. The jetpack though, you still have to wait to be able to make more creative cells. So the compressor's just waiting on that cobblestone to compress. So back to the, what do you need? Catalyst, you're fine. Carbon wafer, you're fine. Might be able to make the jetpacks now because we need 3 more emerald ones. Three emerald jetpacks, come on. Calculate it, it's not a hard thing. It is not available yet. What do we need? More diamonds, more platinum. 289, so we could get that fairly soon. I don't think there's anything else we need right now with platinum. far as the creative rooms go. It's also the case, though, that this creative modifier in a nanobot beacon from environmental tech would basically remove any need to have a creative jetpack, plus we could put something better on the chest slot. So let's have a look at this. Phantom Bridge, what do you need? Phantom Bridge Reagent, yep, you're easy. Sigil, you need the Elytra, which is what you're spawned in for. Because the jetpack needs 2, yep, 2. You need 4. And 1 was for an air sigil, just for generic use. Creative light modifier. So you've got plenty of Mikas, Ender Dragon we can regenerate, Elite Ender Pearl. It's all easy enough. What's that? Rabbit's foot? We don't have rabbits. But anyway, the goal is to get the tier 5 altar and then some sigils. So we need 4 beacons to actually make beacons between sessions. I don't think I did, no. 2, 3, 4. I don't think we need them to actually work, but what do we have the most of? We have tons of gold essence, gold blocks will do. So that's 9, 18, 36 blocks. Then we've already got 13 of the blank runes, but these, the goal of these is to make them into capacity. I think I started the automation of them between sessions. So which one of these is on? You look, nope, you're not in. You, nope, you're off, and off. So what is in here? I don't really know what I made this specific amount for, but I do know that this was a specific amount. So what are you used to in terms of runes? Displacement rune, we'd not like to be using anymore. One of these each, so actually that would do 26 of the runes very nicely. We should have plenty of buckets because we keep, every so often we keep putting stacks of iron in the smelter to use it up. What's the rest? Stone. And bugger. I'm actually going to have to turn this off again. Briefly turned it off between sessions so I could get stone to finish off the wither-proof room. We've got 2%. So we could finish off the wither-proof room even though mob griefing's off, so there mustn't be any reason to. Come on, get through the door. So that should backlock a bit better now. Let's see. Might be an idea to make a new one of you. Stonework factory. Is that game audio off? Game audio's off. Now it's not. So, still work. Can we make the? We'll make 2 more. So, 6 iron plates. 9 frame iron plates. Let's meteoric iron. We want compressed, and we'll get that converted while we're at it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stacks of this. We then spawn in 6 stacks of compressed iron because the recipe hasn't been configured properly. I still haven't found out how to actually 3, 4, 5, 6. I still haven't found out how to actually enable the recipe properly. So stone, how much do we have? Oh, that's because I just took out the crafting card, I didn't turn it off. So that would card, just on the ship. Although, I really had any other use for it, but let's see. That's the P2P tunnel. Where are you? You look like quartz toggle bus, that's it. There we go. That lever. We will put you is there anything there that could, if we put the lever there it's going to be a bit easier to do. So you on that side. Yep, flick at cobblestone for a second. Let's leave her away. Configure it, we don't need you for now. Wrench we don't need. With that we should bulk up stone again. And we still need 2 lava, 2 water, so it's 4 buckets. Take stone there, and back to the stone inventory. We will get to what the title is after all, eventually. We should just need the case. Yep, so there's 2 cases, so that is that. 42, 8. Wafers. And the frame. Even though it's a day where I can actually talk for a long time, I will probably only be doing 1 session today. Because I want to get back to Warframe, because I finally managed to sell something for a decent amount of platinum. And with that I was able to unlock Warframe slots, and with that I was actually able to collect some Warframes that have been sat in the foundry for several years. That's going to take forever. Stone, let's just get the stone cooked. How much cobble have we got? 300 plus, so let's get all of that done to stone because we want to get the exporting again as soon as possible because we still need like 43 million to get exported. Once that's done, it will all go to the two of you and the glass. Come on, you can walk. Once the thing stops getting caught on the coat zipper. What am I doing? Oh yes, top floor. I still need to figure out the RF Tools way of doubling up. Not doubling up. Of automatically forming this multiple. Because autocraft in this should be doable. It might be the case that I need to set one up in the corner to exist as a template, which would be slightly awkward if it has to sit there permanently, but I think there's something with shape cards. It's locked right click on. If this gets destroyed on breaking, I'm going to be annoyed. Even though HDP is essentially infinite with that system that's taking up half the basement. Honestly, I can't wait to be finished with this pack because the performance is dropping basically with every session. We used to actually get 30 fairly reasonably. We say that as the count actually goes above 30 for once. And yeah, just with the amount of time it takes to load, it's annoying too. So after this, I'm still undecided what to do, whether to go into Dwarf Fortress, which I really enjoy, but to enjoy on stream, I'd have to be able to talk for all of it, and I can't really talk most of the time still because of the shared room issue. So it'd either be something that's a very rare stream, in which case and whatever's done the rest of the time would never be able to get commentary, because every time we had a chance to do commentary it would get turned over to Dwarf Fortress, or whether to just... So why can't you... why are you... there's no way. There we go. Or whether to you exporting? No, you're not exporting. Just not... Oh, do I have an upgrade in you? Yes, you push down, so we need to push south and a push north. until then you can at least get started. Yes, the other alternative to Dwarf Fortress would be going back to Project Ozone 2. I've seen things about Project Ozone 3 closed beta being going on, and there's one YouTuber doing that. What do you need? Magenta. But the thing is, logistics pipes is basically my favourite version of item crafting and routing, because logistics pipes is frankly applied logistics on steroids. It can transport water natively. It can do crafting in multiple machines natively. It can read an applied logistic storage system natively. It can transfer power. What? Okay, why have we got nausea? And just start back up again. What is causing permanent nausea? To sleep. Oh, right. I have run out of life points. And it is trying to make lava. So you are the problem, because the orb isn't sat in there. Okay, that is a problem. I know I had a... No, that's the lamp sigil. We don't want you. We want the seer sigil. Oof, that is low. So we need to get this decent capacity yesterday. This is now an extremely urgent thing, so whatever I was doing before now needs to be done now. But 44,000 things, points, that shouldn't take too long. So altar, we need capacity. That's stone. That's 13. We need another. We need the actual. We should have a lot of blank. We should have more than that. I need to grab one of those orbs. It's very disturbing how quickly that came about. And completely derailed whatever the discussion was about. I know that we mentioned Project Ozone and logistics pipes. Oh. Can I make 13? No, we're exactly one short, because we have to be exactly one short. So if we need 26 rooms, we need 52 more things. Plus one for the plus one for the one that we're missing for the 13th room there. We're also working on those push cards, which is not in this one. So it must be in this one. Yes. Magenta, we need 4 magentas. We need 1 south and 1 north. So push south, push north. South. And push north. There's the system looking, 38,000, yep, that'll make another 8 or so blocks of lava now. 80 blocks of lava. And how have we gone through that much lava already? Because this is basically only the second session that it's been on since second hour or so since that got used, and it should only be going through lava at 2 millibuckets per tick, so it should be 500 ticks between each lava it takes from here. Oh, I don't know. So we need you out. All the stone, we need to get it set configured to blank slates. You're the blank slate one now. Yep. And Anthony just camped in there secretly. Are the blank slates just sitting in here? No. Oh, bugger. All the blank rooms are though. Okay, you out. And you out. So we did not need these. Though we can probably convert those into something. I knew I'd made all the blank rooms for this tier. And the orbs in the system. And the thing that sucks is as soon as they have an owner, JEI gets confused and can't use them. So we need another bunch of capacities. In you go too. Let's see, what are the other ones that we have an option for? Speed we could do to get to craft faster. Sacrifice, self-sacrifice. Displacement, more capacity. Augmented, you're a straight upgrade. You need demonic, which is tier 4 and 50,000, so you're expensive. Is there anything which... I don't think any of these will actually make it more economical to... So we can't reduce that cost. So... do an augmented capacity, because that's a flat increase of like 2,000, not that one. Flat increase of 2,000, percentage increase based on total. At this tier, augmented could add more. Reinforced, I think we've got reinforced. It looks like I'd planned for reinforced, at least 7 more of these. was missing. Reinforced. Didn't I just... No, no. I got the wrong ones in. And we need 7 more. It's 14, 13 more. These should do the rest of the... should do the rest of the craft nicely. 13. 10. We need the locks out. Because if we're going to have beacons in the multi-block, they might as well be functional. So this is still the Sanguiscientium, I think? Inspectoris Scandalum. That's giving the view of the tier 5 where the blocks need to be. Beacons I'm fairly certain emit their own light, so I won't need to light it up. It seems lit up enough already. Oh. I'll do the capacities first. So do you emit light? Yes you do. Actually, I might have had F7 on essentially permanently because the frame rate seemed to go up a little bit then, and we've clicked an odd number of times to get rid of it, when it should have been an even number to get rid of it. So maybe for like the past 2 sessions, we've accidentally had the lights show on all the time, which would not be good. It would in fact be bad. So, another beacon. These are probably going to devastate the frame rate as well to an extent. So we have the... oh. No, we do want them to be at cycling around. Because we've got capacity at the back. On the layer above. I mean, in theory I should intersperse these a little more. So we have, so it's not like a whole side is a thing. Because you get much better customization that way. But we just make them in bulk anyway. I don't know how much this will actually produce as it is, so for now we'll just fill in this with the blank runes and then upgrade them later maybe. Whether we want the orb, if you want to fill up that tank above. 96,000, and we've got a few bits of self-sacrifice in there as well, so how much does... okay, we're not processing. We've got some self-sacrifice in there. We already know that at full it makes more than 44,000, so how much do we actually make? A bit short of 60,000. That's decent. We'll get all of that soaked into the orb. And then we will actually convert the last row to self as well. Actually, we could always use more capacity because one of these we tried to do, I think it was tier 3's build, they were made a bulk of, and it cost about 133,000 between sessions. And because we'd have to fill it about 3 or 4 times over the course of it, we left it between things and then forgot to go back in time, so it all drained out, all that progress. So you away, cobble away, cable, yeah, you away too. What is the next orb? Magician, Archmage. Never stab, we can do that. So, what was it you needed? 80,000? Yeah. And what's the transcending? You're a demon crystal, I bet. Crystal cluster. Oh, you're the weird... So this isn't the demon village. Demon blue shard. I don't know where you come from. But we do get the white slates not crystallizing. That would be viable if I knew how the chunk wheel system worked. Have you sucked it all up? Yep, you have. So cut once. We can put you away. Let's have you away there first. How much do we have? 72,000, that'll last the rest of the session, probably. Probably not. And once the health's back up a bit more, we can convert the Nether Star. So what do we need? We don't need round Netherrack. Sigil, that's what we want. We want 4 air sigils, not claw. Phantom Bridge, we also want 4 of you. So that's 4 obsidian, 4 stone, well 16. 16, 16, 32. And you need 600. So that's probably going to need a lot of spider mangling. And we don't actually have 32, so we can get that easily enough. So we review, and what was the other bit? Sand, was it? No, stone. So 16, 1632. The bit should be over here. Which one has it? You have it. How much have you got? 660, so we could make 1. No, we could make 2. Oh, hello. We've actually got a viewer. Hello, Yuki Muari. So it's strange, a lot of people seem to have the sort of grey name which ends up blending into the thing, so we've missed a fair few people in the past with having grey names. So what was it doing? Ah yes, we need to go upstairs for the Hellfire Forge, and this we want the... we can make 2. Oh! No, we only need 4 of these, so that takes us to 600, so we can't do any more. But we only need 2 more of each. Where did I get the... Oh, I must have done the count twice. So that's going to need spiders to be mangled for a while. Not with this one. Anyway, Yuki, you're in fairly late in this mod pack. It's session, what is it, 117? This is SevTech Ages. Yeah, I'm not fooled. So, this is Age 5. Well, very close to the end of Age 5. Really, basically all that's... Come on, freeze. All that's left, really, in this series is to make all the creative items, or at least the 5 major quest ones, which is not that button. Come on, there we go. Which is these 5. We technically have some space things, but extra planets can go shaft itself because it fucks up everything, just breaks. We don't need that because we've already got the tier 5 altar in place. And also healed enough so I can actually make a start on this new orb. So, tier 5 orb. 59k, we still need 80. And that's filled up, I shouldn't have healed that much. So we're all these off. They shouldn't pull the star out because none of them are configured to. Yep, that's all good. So this will get me the, I think it's Archmage's tier. No, we've got the Sigils looking at, so we don't see any of it. But that can just sit and stew for a while. Sacrificial dagger away. Bound blade can sit there too. We need to go down to the wither room, convert it back to spiders, and smash them in the face. When you get to extra planets, I will recommend, if you're in a single player world, just spawn them all in. Spawn in all the space ingots, give them a creative upgrade from the creative menu, and spawn in all the schematics. We've only got them up to the point where we make the rocket before we then use the next schematic, but frankly, space is broken. I mean, if you followed the Yogscast series, you'll probably have seen that the I've forgotten where I was going with the rest of that sentence. Yeah, I've completely forgotten where I was going on. So spiders anyway. Enderman cow, slime. Not skeletons. Spider at the end? No, wild dog is over. Where are my spiders? Maybe spiders already in. This is. Also, for reference, when it comes to farming mobs for mob essence, essentially, go to the Twilight and shift right click a Carbonite Gasling spawner, because every other spawner, blaze ones, etc., will break after 400 ticks. Not 400 ticks, 400 mob spawns. But the Twilight Forest mob spawners don't break after 400, so we can make mob essence essentially endlessly. Although we are, actually that's not low, we still got 127 buckets. Another trick is that, actually I didn't check how much experience essence we got. 2,000. So, oh wow, I really need to turn the stone thing back off again. That needs 43 million stone to do for the creative compressor quest. It is a lot. And why have I still got the glass when I only need to kill spiders? Anyway, a trick for getting a lot of mob essences. In Age 5, you can get experience seeds, and those make bottles of enchanting. If the bottle of enchanting is thrown into the crusher area, it will pick up that experience, convert it into mob essence, and then that essence can be used to feed a mob duplicator. But for now, we want to turn off the crusher because I want spiders. That's the wither chest, that's the lights. We will turn on the lights. I don't think that'll stop the gas from spawning for a while. And then that MEP2P network is controlling the... Where's the right sword? It's controlling the mob spawner. Because this pack doesn't have Ender IO, so there isn't the convenience of the conduits which can carry everything down one line. Why is it... Oh, the spider with the skeleton. So, to get the last two bits for the Phantom Bridge. Is this the Phantom Bridge? Yes, this is the Phantom Bridge. Although we will also need 4 air sigils. Go away, spider. We need 4 air sigils for... these, so that takes 20 will each. That's easy enough. So if we make the Phantom Bridge first and then the air sigils, we'll definitely have enough. And we just need to make sure we have over... it's 600... so we just need 660 will. And that will... noisy spiders. And once we have 660 will, that will be enough to craft the remaining reagents for Phantom Bridge. And then there only needs to be 128 left for there only needs to be 120. That's enough spiders, I'll definitely get it that much. And just 128 is the threshold for making air sigils. I will point out that, much like the space ore, the elytra has been spawned in, because otherwise you have to hunt out end ships. And this game is laggy enough as it is. I'm on about 20 frame rate at the minute. That's not being affected by the spiders, it's just generically low for me. Because it's an AMD card in this laptop, and AMD doesn't like OpenGL. Come on, there's a spider there somewhere. And so this... that's probably finished cooking by now up there. So this... come on, I know there is a spider there, just hit the spider. So in these later ages, I just think that there wasn't enough time for them to extensively balance test or bug test things. Which is why there's these sort of weird issues such as extra planets existing. I mean, the major thing with extra planets is the Yogscast have just started extra planets in their series. Well, Galacticraft and soon to be extra planets. The extra planets is where this spacesuit comes from, the one that kills you basically immediately because of pressure. But the thing is, it's such a dodgy mod because of the power of the suits being stored in the durability data rather than as metadata. So as soon as you're out of power, it breaks. Well, after the first hit after it's out of power, it breaks. Fortunately, this pack doesn't enable the radiation system, which also would drain durability, and by extension power. But if it did, at that point, once you get to Jupiter, it's essentially game over. Direwolf20, probably the most competent Minecraft player I know. Well, literally the most competent player I know, because we watch the Yogscast and Direwolf20, and that's about the only Minecraft YouTubers we watch. Direwolf20 gave up extra planets at Jupiter. Fortunately, planets isn't really needed for progression in this pack. You're supposed to wait until Saturn to get into mystical agriculture, but Astral Sorcery will let you skip straight into it, as long as you've got Mechanisms or Dictionary thing to turn iron and copper into their Kepler 22b variants. Because Kepler iron turns into inferior essence, and Kepler copper turns into prosperity shards in a collect crystalline fusion thing. You sneaky bugger. And then you can come back on. So Spider and you can all go into the AU system through here. Yep, you've definitely got enough. So back up to the forge. the last 2 reagents. So that's 4 phantom bridges, and what does the air agent need? 8 raven feathers, 4 gas tiers. Raven. Oh, I've only got 1. Can we duplicate you? There's no recipe for you, and I do not... Well, it would help if I wasn't typing up there. I really don't want to have to go back to the Twilight Forest, because every time... I have no idea if you're still here. Every time with cross dimensions, we get a closed channel exception error. We better had actually go back for it legitimately if I've actually got a viewer. Because at least with all the rest of the sessions, we could cheat these things in, because I knew that basically no one would ever watch it. Because this series originally started out as a way to get footage to use to point at the artist. So this is what you've screwed up. Such as A2. Actually, you are probably very close to being upgradable. What tier are you? You're a tier 3. Where's the assemblers? Downstairs on that shelf. Wrong way. Assembler. How many things do you need for a tier 4? I do know that if this gets any wider, we will have to replace the void miner, the resource miner. So you need 56 structure 4. And each of you is going to take 2 palladium. So that's 112 palladium. Not palladium. What is it? The other palladium. Oh, we've definitely got enough palladium. It's also coming in fast enough that we don't need any more speed upgrade, because we've just recently had to introduce this system for monitoring the power after getting to this tier used up way too much power. So 56. Environmental 5. No, 4. We want tier 4. So we want structure frame tier 4. Come on. And it's frozen. Ultimately, we're going for environmental tech because the creative energy cube... What the hell? There it is. The creative energy cube needs you to reach a tier 5... A tier 5... Need several tier 5 solar things. Or is it tier 6? It might be tier 6 solar things, but you make it with tier 5 void miner parts. So break you. Get the cores, get the structure frames. Just the laser lens. Last laser core. All the structure panels. And the speed modifiers. The next one will have more space for modifiers, the next tier. But we're not going to add any more speed modifiers. This is fast enough. This has already basically negated any further wait time. So if this needs extra modifiers, we'll just settle for nulls. So what space did you need? You're 11 by 6 by 11. 11 by 7 by 11. So if you've got the same footprint, you're just 1 taller, so that's still okay. We don't want to use you up. Structure frame tier 3. 1 more laser core. 56 frame tier 4. Previous into it, which is fine. 56 structure panels, I think we also had that. No, we need 4 more of you. going to stamp some stuff downstairs. We need one more laser core, which is easy enough. We need one more clear laser lens, otherwise when we craft the tier 4 of the Void Ore Miner, it will try and steal this laser lens, which is actually not very expensive because we have plenty of Erodium backed up. So, we also need 6 Palladium blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll go in the middle, not crystal clear. And what are you going to want? Void Ore Miner Controller tier 4. You want Obsidian. Well, that's much nicer than the diamond blocks you're asking for before. So, why? Okay, for some reason you do want a block of diamond here, but... Oh, you a resource miner? Yes, you were a resource miner, that's why. So, diamond, we want 1 diamond block. You'll stamp downstairs as well. How many null modifiers do we need? 12 null modifiers, so we need another 4. Actually, let's get that diamond block out first. Come on, you'll appear any second now. I do still need to swap out that chain of hoppers because that is a major slow point. Modifiers, doesn't think there, so 4. 4 more of you. I heard it craft the concrete downstairs, so you need to go 1 block up, so we want a piece of dirt just to bounce off the last place the thing was. You were... Yep. Yep. Oh, okay. We didn't want it that much. Why? You didn't even match. You didn't match the data. Well, at least in this case, we can at least move this, just in case it does decide it's going to do weird things. So, controller away. Definitely not a shovel. Pick that dirt. Assembler. Now we should have all the bits, and it should assemble nicely. Of course, it's going to spam the ID, of course. I didn't take out the panels. Structural panels. You still haven't encroached onto the... Good. All the panels go down. And you've got a laser beam, so you're functional. Okay, so... You're a bit funky about how someone's in the middle and all the rest of the edges. So... ultimate cable. Actually, where's the chunk boundary? Yeah, you're still within it. You're still within the same thing too. So we will take you. You should be outputting power in accepting items from all faces. Main power is still set. Come on. We've got 2 minutes of this session left, and it would be nice if you wouldn't freeze through them all. Yeah, that's all good. So chunk boundary off. Yep, you're in line. I've somehow run out of... No, because it's slightly higher. Dirt away, assembler, that needs to stay out. Use key. Ultimate cable. The logistical transporter should reach fine. And that just wants 3 more. Logistical transporters, and we actually have 4 of the same type, which is nice. So we'll configure this, we'll very quickly get those sigils made, the phantom sigils. And those can sit in a new chest for creative modifiers. But a creative flight modifier, so flipping wrench mode. So you have power, let's see if there's any new. There should be a new crystal that's just come through. We didn't see it, but with all those speed upgrades, it must have come out through by now. What are we actually looking for? It will be Ironite. Well, Ironite will come through eventually, so what's Phantom Bridge reagent? We need demonic slates, tier 4. Oh, that's a nuisance. Are you? What are you made from? Imbued, so we'll chuck 3 imbued. Chuck 3 of anything in there. We will get the ashes out. And we want... It's imbued. Now we're looking for demonic, so you can be the target. Why are you oh, I didn't bind. No, it's not a case of didn't bind you. We haven't picked you up yet. So there's the blood orb we set about at the much earlier in the thing, and we want you 3 to sit in there. I need to get the stabby out. And that should be enough to get it all to that tier. But I was eating, I wasn't... Let's just get this one thing done. And then the others can come out once the... Not going to do anything fancy? Of course, it's had a different animation set done for it, so it's a work in progress glyph. But we will at least get the Phantom Bridge. Yep. 1 Phantom Sledge, Phantom Bridge of 4. So once those 3 are done and drawn out here, those will be ready for next session. Between sessions I will actually bother getting the Raven Feathers, because I might as well, because the Twilight is kinda nice. I can't think of anything else I'd actually want there right now. Actually, I can fly, so I could get those really nice reappearing doors from the castle. Yeah, well, I'll go there, I'll get the Raven Feathers, and I'll come back with some nice things from the nice castle doors. And the Sigil is still no good for this, unless it's outside of a sigil holding. So, we'll be back next time. Because again, even though I can talk, this is going to be just one session today, because of Warframe stuff. So bye!